これまでのスネークイーターも非常に完成度の高い作品なんですけども、
試合が行えるようになったんですけども、
においても絶対に死なない主人公をゲームに入れようと。
Further on down the line, we're going to take Silent Hill places it's never been before.
Thank you for joining Konami at our first annual Pre-E3 show. My name is Shinji Hirano, President of Konami Digital Entertainment America. I am happy to be here with all of you today. We will take you behind the scene with key members of our production staff from their studios, as well as debut trailer never before seen. But before we begin, I want to take this time to thank you all for your kindness and well wishes during these past few months. For our friends and families living in Japan, the damage has been significant. We at Konami appreciate your kindness and continued support. So again, we thank you. And now, on to our news today. Konami is fortunate to have passionate consumers who support our franchise and entertaining content every day. With products available on console, PCs, mobile phone, and now the social gaming space, our brand is truly within arm's reach of every consumer around the world. For example, since E3 is not open to the public, Konami would like to offer the latest news and development to all of our fans around the world. That is why we are making today's Pre-E3 show available in multiple languages, so we can all join in the fun. But this is just the start. On a local level, this fall, Konami will collaborate with one of the top colleges that has a video game design classes, the University of Southern California. Later this year, world-famous game designer, Mr. Hideo Kojima, will be providing lecture on campus for the game designer of the future. And on the global level, Konami will be launching more gaming events and tournaments across America. For several of our franchises, including Pro Evolution Soccer, we want to continue to offer a variety of opportunities where fans can interact with each other and enjoy playing our products. Lastly, this year represents 30th anniversary of Frogger and the 25th anniversary of Castlevania. Two major franchises that are embedded in pop culture and, more importantly, continue to be the fan favorite around the world. Fans can expect to see more downloadable content for the Castlevania Lord of Shadow soon, and Frogger has now hopped its way to the Nintendo 3DS. Look forward to the release of that title later this year. Thank you for visiting with us today. I hope you enjoy the show.
My name is Matsuhana. I'm the creative producer of Metal Gear Solid for the 3DS version. When I joined the company in 1991, my first job was for the MSX version of Metal Gear, where I was put in charge of bug checking. From there, I participated in numerous Metal Gear projects, teaming with our director, Hideo Kojima. I've been involved in almost all the projects in the Metal Gear series. Metal Gear Solid is already up to 4 in the numbered series, and a lot more if you count the numerous spin-offs. But this current project, Metal Gear Solid Snake Eater, is a tribute to the origins of the successful long-running Metal Gear series. One of the reasons we decided to create Metal Gear Solid Snake Eater on 3DS was to fully showcase the features of the hardware.
ことがきっかけになってます。まず
First and foremost, we wanted to make good use of the stereoscopic 3D feature. With the majority of the game taking place in the jungle, we endeavored to create jungle scenery that truly displays the beauty and depth of the jungle. In the jungle, there would be trees, stones, and maybe even a waterfall in the background. With 3D in mind, we were able to create a natural depth of field. It's on a completely different level than an interior setting, where you would not have as many rich textures or as wide a scope. For this reason, we felt that Snake Eater would be the most ideal candidate for this project. Regarding the specs of the hardware, the 3DS has many features, including the gyro sensor, a camera, wireless communication, and many others besides the 3D screen. The priority for us was to fully utilize these new features in this game. For example, the Snake is able to blend into the environment utilizing camouflage to hide himself from enemies, which is one of the main concepts for Metal Gear Solid Snake Eater. There have always been choices of camouflage, such as Tiger Stripe and so on. But this time around, we decided to take advantage of the built-in 3DS camera feature to add to our concept. Now, the user can take a picture, for instance, of a flower,
花を写真に撮ればですね、その花を自分の
and use that photo as a camouflage
花の
pattern.
迷彩にしたりですね。
We call it photo camo.
フォトカモフラージュを実現したり、傾けるとですね、どれ
We've also fully incorporated the gyro sensor in this game.
をそのスネークが木の上に登って
For example, if you tilt the 3DS when Snake's climbing a tree or crossing a bridge,
生かしていく。つまりこう
Snake could be in danger of falling if you tilt the 3DS too much.
いうふうな形で
In other words,
まさに
we're hoping for a new kind of experience, where by holding the 3DS in your hands, you could, in a sense, become one with Snake. Snake Eater, at the time, used cutting-edge technology and ideas. But we're beginning to feel that our latest version is developing into something that will provide an even wider range of enjoyment than its predecessors, and really wow our customers. Thank you very much for your patience. I'm happy to report that our production is well on schedule, and we are working tirelessly to develop a product that will take full advantage of the 3DS hardware. Please look forward to it. And here's our trailer. Enjoy.
commencing virtuous mission now.
Hello, this is Seabass. How are you? I'm doing well.
いよいよ来週から E3 が始まります。
E3 is kicking off next week. But unfortunately, I won't be able to make it to E3 since I'm still in the middle of the production of PES 2012. As a substitution, I wanted to deliver this video letter. From the time we started working on PES, our theme was to implement the ideal game experience.
実現することだったんですね。
In PES 2011, we enabled a user to move a player with a ball at his own will.
通りに動かすことができるようにしました。
We expanded the user's freedom. However, soccer is a team sport, so the off-the-ball player's movement is even more important than the ball holder's. That's why we decided to especially concentrate on the off-the-ball, which greatly influences the development as well as the outcome of the game. Your teammates support you to do what you want to do. That's the kind of game we aim to make. And we really want you to check that out at the venue. But of course, if only the offense gained the advantage, you wouldn't be able to enjoy real soccer. So, in PES 2012, we upgraded the delay play, which we implemented in the previous version. And in addition, for the zone defense and man mark to be more realistic, we worked tirelessly on the AI to sophisticate the moves. We believe you'll face tough challenges, especially during a match against the computer. It might even be difficult for you to shoot and score a goal. And that's the kind of realistic experience we're trying to achieve. With the increased capacity of off-the-ball players' movement, as well as the corresponding reinforced defense, I believe you are able to conduct a one-body, one-mind type game. However, that alone makes a game too simple and keeps it at a standstill. So what's necessary is the one-on-one scenario in the player's technique. In PES 2012, we made improvements on the dribble crosscuts and the feint plays, making it easier to do and more intuitive than ever. Therefore, unlike any game you've ever seen before, I'm confident that you will be able to enjoy the wonderful development we've accomplished. So that was a simple introduction of PES 2012. I'm really looking forward to getting your feedback after you play PES 2012. Also, if you become a fan of PES on Facebook, you can find all the latest news, as well as our activities in your local area. So please join us. Stay tuned for more news to be released. And now, a word from my friend.
Bye bye.
Hola, soy Leo Messi. Gracias por seguir a Konami en el E3. Te invito a ser fan del PES en Facebook para saber noticias, novedades sobre PES y también de mi fundación. Y bueno, espero que nos vaya bien en la Copa América y que Argentina pueda ganarlo.
Hello everyone, I'm the producer of Konami's new IP action game NeverDead. Shinta Nojiri. I've been working at Konami for 16 years now. I have some new information about the new NeverDead, and I'm very excited to share it with you today. Okay, let's go. We are coming to you today from Oxford, England. Actually, I've been here in Oxford for the past year, along with my team, creating the characters, story, and the unique game design. And today, I would like to introduce some of the new features in this game. Perhaps the most unique feature in NeverDead is the fact that the player is immortal. I would like to spend a good amount of time talking about that today. And here's the team. Initially, I began this project on my own. The first idea I had for this game was to have an immortal player. Even if he loses his arms or legs, they can come back. I just really wanted a main character that, no matter what the circumstance, would never die. And that's where it all began. Well, the story is about an immortal lead character called Bryce. The story starts 500 years ago, where he was originally a heroic demon hunter. He challenges the Demon King and unfortunately loses. This was 500 years ago. And his wife, who was with him, gets murdered in the process. The most unique feature in NeverDead, and something that you won't find in any other game, is the fact that the player is immortal. This is third-person shooter action, but the point is, no matter what kind of attack he suffers, even though he loses limbs on occasion from the attacks, he still can't be killed. So what happens is, he picks up his limbs and puts them back on. The question is, how did we create this game? The first thing we had to invent was the game mechanism. Just having an immortal character was simply not good enough. It's more about how to use it in order for the player to advance in the game. Having detachable arms and legs wouldn't have been enough. It was more about if he was going to be able to use those detached limbs to his advantage, to fight in different ways. My main goal for this project is for the player to experience something completely new. Of course, this being a third-person shooter, people will already be familiar with maneuvering the controller. But with our added new feature of the character being immortal, we believe that is the key to a totally new game-playing experience. On this project, the Japanese and European teams joined up to combine our different sensibilities into the development of this one game. Ultimately, we believe that you will be able to experience a completely new third-person action game. You'll be able to see a part of that in the new E3 trailer we're about to reveal. And here's another big announcement that we have for you. Our favorite band has provided a song written exclusively for our E3 trailer. And that band is NeverDead.
My name is Bryce Boltzmann, Slayer of Demons and Thorn in your side. For my own honor and that of my family's name, I will reduce you to dust, Sangria.
I simply adore that shade of salmon pink. Your arrogant words are dripping with pride and overconfidence. The shame you will feel when your little quest comes to an abrupt and pitiful end.
Enough! I'm Bryce Boltzmann with OPHS. Inviting me back to your place, huh? Oh, this is a first. Whoa.
I will kill you if you touch any of my stuff, like this. Shoo! Whose dumbass idea was it to hold my debut performance at a museum?
You owe me one, right? Are you ready, Cypher?
Of course.
You have no hope of defeating me. You deserve something very special. You are destined to an eternity of remorse, self-hatred.
The fire that burns inside, that's blistering their breeds, that makes them sacrifice, that's driving them insane. Trapped in this no man's land, where angels dare to tread, forever banned to the realms of a never dead. Death sits before you, plus on the suicide.
Watch over me, Cypher. For now, you are one of us.
I'll kill you! I swear I'll kill you! It won't matter that you're immortal!
I hope you get cursed for all eternity!
Already been done, kid. Already done.
Konami.
I'm Tom Hewlett, one of the producers on the Silent Hill series. I've been working on the franchise about 5 years now, and in that time we've taken it to a lot of interesting places. But today I've got a surprise for you. Check this out. Today we're here in Toronto, Canada on the set of Silent Hill Revelation, the upcoming Silent Hill movie. We're going to take a look what the film crew's been up to and share some news on the upcoming releases this year and into 2012.
Hi, I'm Michael Bassett. I'm the writer and director of Silent Hill Revelation 3D. I remember when the first Silent Hill came out, I remember it changed the gaming world because it was story, it was character. The use of sound design and atmosphere was virtually unique at the time. I'm a gamer, first and foremost. So when I was invited by Konami to go to the studios where they're developing, it was extremely exciting. I mean, I've always wanted to be involved in computer games, and to sit down and talk with the guys and the director of the new game and see his take on how he's putting it together and see how they viewed the mythology and where they were taking and advancing the storyline and the world of Silent Hill was a fantastic opportunity. The mythology is so detailed and rich that it is possible to go through the reams and reams of information that you can get about these games and cherry pick a great storyline.
Heading to prison, are you, Murphy?
Just looking for a way out of town is all.
Silent Hill 3, the game, already had a great storyline, and it was a natural successor to the story of the little girl from the first movie, which I thought was really, really honest and pure to the game world of Silent Hill.
I think the psychological aspect is the most frightening thing about Silent Hill, and I think, you know, it started in the games, and Michael's taken it to a new level in this film.
I want this to be much more frightening than the first movie as well, because I think that is true to what Silent Hill is. They are the most frightening computer games ever made.
Well, Michael shared some of his thoughts on the upcoming film and how it draws from the original games in the series. For those of you who want to relive those old games and some of your scariest moments, we're releasing Silent Hill Collection, which is Silent Hill 2 and 3 retouched in HD. Later on down the road, we're going to also take the series places it's never been before with Silent Hill Book of Memories, exclusively for Sony's next generation portable. But before that, of course, is Silent Hill Downpour, an all-new game in the series focusing on Murphy Pendleton, a convict who's trapped in Silent Hill. And before long, you'll be able to explore his story and find out what's brought him to the town. Let's check out a new trailer of that game.
Guess today's a big day, huh? To tell you the truth, I'm sort of sorry to see you go.
Something wrong, son? Afraid all the roads are out, every last one of them.
We, don't get too many visitors these days. And how about you, Murphy? Someone know all your dirty little secrets? Living all your life inside someone else's lie?
Hands where I can see them. Do it.
I am not going back to prison.
Murder's a mortal sin. You go to hell for murder.
Konami.
Hello again. Thank you again for checking out our first annual pre-E3 show. But before we go, we do have one more surprise for you.
Hey everybody, Mark McDonald from 8-4 here at Konami headquarters in Tokyo, Japan, home of Kojima Productions. Now, when you think of Kojima Productions, of course you think of great games like the Metal Gear Solid franchise, but especially this time of year, you also think of E3. You think of big E3 announcements, big E3 trailers, big E3 surprises. It's basically a Koji Pro tradition. Which is exactly why, when we found out that the man himself, Hideo Kojima, would not be coming to this year's E3 show in LA, we had to find out why. Thankfully, miraculously, he actually agreed to meet with us and talk about it. It's him. Hey. CI. All right, my man. Bam.
Kept you waiting, huh?
All right, Kojima, cut the crap. What's up with E3? Why aren't you going?
Okay, let's talk about it somewhere else.
Okay.
Gaudi.
Yes, Hideo.
Kojima Productions, 0824.
Understood. Kojima Productions 0824.
Gaudi, open up.
Understood. Hideo, oxygen partial pressure elevation commencing now. Unknown human presence detected.
Hey Mark, we need your full name that way.
Okay. Marcus Aurelius Foxworthy Goldblum Jesus McClure MacDonald III.
Marcus Aurelius Foxworthy Goldblum Jesus McLaren McDonald III. Confirmed. Releasing security enforcement. Partial pressure adjustment complete. Doors opening. Welcome, Mark McDonald.
All right, let's go in. Mark, this is our top secret research floor. It's pumped with concentrated oxygen 24 hours a day.
And no windows at all. Even though we're on, what, the 40th floor? 50th floor?
No, we're not above ground. We're 100 floors below ground.
Confirming carbon dioxide increase. Adjusting room temperature.
All right, Mark, this way.
Okay, so what's this new gaming lifestyle that you mentioned earlier all about?
Well, first of all, I think you should take a look at this video. Gaudi, play the trailer.
Adjusting lights to movie viewing mode. Hideo, shall I prepare some popcorn?
No thanks, just the trailer here.
Who are you guys?
Here. Does this help? Oh. We're from a rival game company.
We heard Kojima Productions was working on something big for this year's E3.
And we want to know what that is.
Oh, I'm just a janitor.
You have to know something. What's it gonna be? Metal Gear Solid 5?
Zone of the Enders 3? We're gonna make you crack!
Yeah. Is it gonna be Snatcher 2 for Connect?
Bog Tie 4 for the sake... What is it?
No, I don't know anything. I'm just a janitor.
Ah, tough guy. We're gonna have to bring in Psycho Turkey.
Psycho Turkey?
Let's see what's in that pretty little head of yours. Yes, he's reading his mind. How does that work? Nano machines. I'm getting something. Transfer ring. What?
past, taking the console experience outside, a sadness.
Excuse me, please, trying to game here? Sorry, I'm in the middle of a game right now. I'm trying to get away from the Shagohog, and I can't because there's too much glare. I know I'm out of ammo.
Continuing your progress on the go, a misery.
God, this is really inconvenient.
You have to take that out, please.
I think I've almost beat it.
You guys are here.
What's going on?
The cops, right?
Man, I wish I knew a more convenient way to play video games outside.
The way things were. Until now. Transfer Ring. What? Transfer Ring? Kojima's brilliant new plan to unite console and portable gaming at last. Bring your save from the PS3 system to your PSP and continue your progress on the go. Seamless! And the first game Transfer Ring is compatible with is Metal Gear Solid Peace Walker for the PS3.
Return to Mother Base.
Going on a trip? Hit Transfer Ring out and continue your game on the go. Wow. Coming back home? Select Transfer Ring in to bring your game back into the PS3 and play on your big screen.
Wow, now I can play anywhere.
Take it out the store. For real.
Peace Walker will be included in the Metal Gear Solid HD collection, along with Metal Gear Solid 2 Sons of Liberty and Metal Gear Solid 3 Snake Eater. And the long-awaited Zone of the Enders HD collection. Both Zone of the Enders classic titles in HD.
in 1080p.
Don't go back to the Dark Ages.
You guys distracted me and I died. Thank you very much.
Experience Transfer Ring.
Brilliant. How did he know so much?
だって、俺はKojima Hideo Yakura!
Oh! Hideo!
That's him.
I love you,
Totally
man.
is you.
Why are you vacuuming?
Wait, there's more.
So disappointed. Those HD collections on the PS3 look amazing, but I have an Xbox 360. I wish I could play.
That's your one!
Nice. You got Mega 64, but so is all that for real?
Yeah, it's real. Transferring is my new lifestyle idea I created. But to explain the concept, I chose Mega 64. I just love their stuff. I mean, how was it? Did you like it?
Yeah, but it leaves a lot of questions. So, about how does this whole transferring thing work?
Well, let's take a look here. Transferring is a word I created that I felt conveyed the concept very well. The core concept behind the transferring system is the ability to bridge distance and gaming hardware by transferring your game between platforms. Up until now, gamers' lives were divided into playing at home on a console or on a handheld when out. These styles were completely separated. Now with transferring, you'll be able to take the exact game you played on the console and put it on a handheld to continue playing on the go. Then when you get home, you transfer the game back to your home console. With transferring, you can play the exact same game 24 hours a day, whether at home or on the go.
Wow, cool. Yeah, it sounds great. I'm still just kind of trying to wrap my head around the whole thing.
Well, in that case, let's go take a look at it in action.
Oh, you've got it right here.
Yeah, it's running. Let's go take a look.
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay, let me give you a lowdown on the transferring. This is the Peace Walker menu that everybody knows, but you'll see that there's a new icon added. When data goes from the PS3 out to the PSP, that's called transferring out. And when you import, that's called transferring in. Right now, I'm going to send data to Saya's PSP, so that'll be transferring out. Here's the transferring menu now. First, select your save data, and then use a USB cable to connect your PS3 to your PSP. Now, we can start transferring. Oops, a bit of a snag there, but the data's transferring. There we go. And bam, done, in 11 seconds. And that's all the time it takes to export your game.
Oh, what's this transferring mark?
Now that mark shows that the transferred data is locked. The data is locked to avoid accidental version conflicts that could occur if you overwrite your PS3 save data while your game is active on the PSP. So there we go, the data has been successfully transferred. So Saya, you said you had a business trip today?
Right.
Well, now you can continue your game on the bullet train or wherever you're heading off to.
Great. So when I come back, what do I have to do?
When you come back, all you gotta do is use transferring in to bring your data back to the PS3. All I gotta do is press OK, and in about 10 seconds, we reach 100% and our game is back on the PS3.
Ah, okay, so this is basically like that PSP remaster program they just announced.
Okay, well first of all, these HD editions are not running on an emulator. They're being optimized and rebuilt specifically for PS3 and Xbox 360. So of course, the user interface, 2D art, and fonts, along with a host of other elements, are all being enhanced and reworked into high resolution to look good in widescreen HD.
The concepts are very similar at this point in time, but my ultimate objective for this system is quite different from what Sony's doing.
And so then what is that ultimate objective of yours?
Okay. Well, what we saw earlier with Peace Walker is only step one. It's just the first phase of my plan for the transferring system. Right now we're using transferring to transfer data between PSP and PS3 for Peace Walker. But in my mind, this really is nothing more than the very first step. The next step, step 2, will bring PS2 class games to PS3 and NGP and allow transferring between those platforms. That's step 2. However, my ultimate objective comes after that. Step 3 is to create all new PS3 class games that we use transferring between PS3 and NGP. So you'll be able to take advantage of transferring on day one when we release a new PS3 game. That's it.
Okay, so all these games are going to be transferring enabled. That means we're going to see PS3 HD versions for all of them.
That's right. Transferring only makes sense if you have a nice HD version to work with. Then with transferring, we can achieve that new gaming lifestyle I mentioned before.
So, and then this is what you were talking about last year when you started mentioning this cloud era that you wanted to take the series into, where Metal Gear players would be able to play each other anywhere, anytime. Is that right? Okay, so on to the HD collections. What can you tell us about those?
Okay, well here we go right here. The Metal Gear Solid HD collection that everyone's been waiting for. The release will be in November 2011, and the collection comes with Metal Gear Solid 2 and 3, and also Peace Walker in HD. It'll be out for both the 360 and PS3. As you can see, here's the transferring logo on the PS3 packaging, which means this version will support transferring.
Very cool, very nice. But talking about PS2 games, there's another game a lot of people are asking about. What about our boy Tahuti over here?
Shall I put on some music?
Yes, please do. Haidara! Okay, and moving on. Yes, Mark. The Zoe series will also be released as an HD collection. It will include Zoe 1 and 2. It'll be out for the 360 and PS3 in 2012. The PS3 packaging has the transferring logo, so of course it will be transferring enabled.
So I see some of this concept art behind us. You can see Raiden here and then some of the paintings behind us. So I have to ask, what about Metal Gear Solid Rising? Did you have plans to announce anything this E3 on that game?
Well, I know it's a highly anticipated title, but we made the decision not to announce anything at this year's E3 show.
So then I guess it's safe to assume it's not going to come out this year.
There are a lot of rumors on the net right now, but we are targeting to release in 2012 as originally planned.
And so then, but all of this art that we see behind us is all Rising concept art, is that right?
Yes, but just a very small sampling. Oh, hey, what's up, Yoji?
Hi.
Hi. Everybody, art director Yoji Shinkawa.
Yoji Shinkawa here.
You are character and mecha designer on Rising, is that right?
Yes. Up until now, I had mostly been drawing concept on my own. However, for this project, we set up a concept art team. The designs are being created as a team with the concepts for mechs, characters, and environment split between the members.
So what can you tell us about the direction you're taking the artwork for this game?
It's an extension of the concepts from MGS4, but we wanted to take it in a more futuristic and sci-fi direction. That's the concept.
And there's a lot of art here. I see a lot of different stages and enemies and things. How far into the process would you say that you guys are at this point?
Our teamwork is mostly complete. However, we do have one more task that still remains.
Wow, very cool. So while we have you here, do you have any message for the fans out there?
Yes, I do. The Rising project is striving for a gameplay and direction that is a slight departure from the MGS series up until now, and I hope everyone will look forward to it. Also, I'm currently working on something new and ever more intriguing, and I hope you will look forward to it as well. Thank you very much.
Great, cool. Thank you very much. Yeah. Hideo, we've seen a lot of games here that you're involved in some respect. Producing on the Rising, the HD collections, all of that. But what about the next proper Hideo Kojima game? Can you tell us something about it? You must be working on something, creating something new.
Of course, I'm actually working on it right now. We're still in the planning phase. We're experimenting with some of the ideas we have, as well as researching, conducting interviews. From there, we take the necessary info we need and move forward. So when it comes to the title, the game system, or any kind of visuals, there's nothing I can really show you at this time.
But you gotta give us something. The E3 promises, Hideo, everything. This right here in the back of us, there's something right here. What is this? You gotta give us something.
Oh man, you saw it? Okay, I can't say much about the title we're working on, but I can talk about this engine we're developing. The engine for my new game. It's displayed on the screen behind you. How about I talk a little about that? Well, this engine we call the Fox engine. It's a Kojima Productions original engine. Up until now, we have been developing games exclusively for specific platforms. But in the future, we look to go more global. And we are paving the road to go multi-platform for future titles. Of course, the dev tools are included, so hopefully we can push out great games with shorter development time. Currently, it looks like this. We started to create this engine shortly after we finished up MGS4, and continued to develop it alongside Peace Walker. We've made it this far, and now it's time to utilize this tool for my upcoming unannounced game, and of course brush it up while we use it. And in the future, I hope to make this engine the best in the world. Our engine, Kojima Productions engine, this is the Fox engine. It's multi-platform, Mark. But let's go with this one.
So this is a game though, right?
Right. This is a game. Our designers and artists are using the engine and its tools to work in assets at the time, experimenting here and there, but it's not necessarily for my next game. They're just placing items in the stage for purpose of research.
Well, so when do you think you'll be showing us more about this? What more can you tell us about it?
Well, I really can't say much about when, but my next game, my next project to utilize this new engine will be a multi-platform game and will be transferring enabled for a global audience.
Okay, so Hideo, before we go, is there any final message you'd like to give to all the people out there watching?
Well, yes, I do. This year will be a year of preparations for Kojima Productions. I'm very sorry I wasn't able to make it to E3 this year. But this year, we have Metal Gear Solid Snake Eater 3D for the Nintendo 3DS and the HD collection coming to Xbox 360 and the PS3 to look forward to. And in 2012, we have Rising and maybe others to represent the Kojima Productions brand. I plan on going to E3 next year, so until then, thank you for watching and see you at E3 2012. Thank you.
Okay, great. Well, thank you very much for your time here today, and thank you all the fans out there for watching, and until next E3, I guess.
Yep. See you next year.
Bye-bye.
Thank you again for checking out our first annual pre-E3 show. For more news and information, be sure to visit us at konami.com and like us on Facebook. Thank you.